call the names. Wake the room. Wake the room. Wake the room! Lou, Rex, Pam Ray, Naomi, Afasiana, Babbler, Monarch Soul, Jojo, Gray Eyes, fill my eyes. Poets assemble. No masks, no manners. Say it plain, or say it broken. Monday night in the garden of enlightenment. Low light lit minds, every line got intent. Clock ticks crooked and the room turns vigilant. Quiet so loud you can hear what the tension meant. Then it slips after midnight, manners get murdered. Nice little masks get cracked by a word or a murmur. Twisted Tuesdays twist truth till it turns on its heel. Clean cut faces go strange when the dark gets real. You can feel that shit, that slick little slip when the grin stays sweet, but the eyes don't sit. Like the room grew ribs, like the walls grew ears, like the hush got hands and it's pulling you near, and the words don't rest, they press. Put a heel on the chest, leave a dent in the breath. Every line like a knock from the back of the brain. Like you came in one shape, you won't leave the same. Late night poets, where the room leans in, where the sharp gets shown in the soft dome dim. Late night poets, hear the whole thing shift from a whisper in your ribs to a line that lifts from the darkened edge of doubt to the pull you can't ignore. We don't just read the night, we make it something more. Say it plain, say it broken. Late night poets, Wednesday breaks, parts in the park, sink down the spine, half halo, half hazard, both hands in the light. Then the art of seduction walks soft through the smoke, silk on the tongue with the blade in the joke. Books and bards wakes dust in the depth of the shelves. Old ghosts lean out and start naming themselves in a craft and sullen up the ache. Gets a voice, pain stands up straight and makes silence a choice. Then break on through when the devil gives way, when the masses sink but the pulse says pray. Echoes in the dark, go hunt the fear, that thing when no name starts ringing in your ear. Say it, say it. Fill my eyes with poetry, don't water it down. Let it bite, let it bloom, let it burn through the crowd. Bad company grins like a bruise, dressed smart, and rhythm and rhyme puts a boot through the heart. Late night poets, where the room leans in, where the sharp gets shown in the soft dome dim. Late night poets, hear the whole thing shift from a whisper in the ribs to a line that lifts from the darkened edge of doubt to the pull you can't ignore. We don't just read the night, we make it something more. Say it plain, say it broken. Late night poets, some come shattered, some come slick. Some speak honey with a blade in it. Some sound velvet, some sound wire. Some walk in low and take the room higher. Some come holy, some come liars. That's the thing! This ain't filler for the dead space, no. This is pulse with the pen, this is blood with the nickel, this is breath to the backbone, ink with the crown. Live mics, live nerves, truth laid bare in the round. This is the beautiful mess, the bruise and the bloom, the line that cuts clean and makes a little room. Late souls, wide eyes, all nerve in the dark. A room full of hearts beating hard through the dark. Wake the room, wake the room. Late night poets, where the room leans in, where the sharp gets shown in the soft dome dim. late night poets. When the clock slips past polite, we tell the truth. L&P, we love you. Stay frosty.
Hello and welcome to the Art of Seduction. Warm, wonderful poetry compelling you to the edge of your seat. Sultry, seductive, and scintillating. Ink to make you shiver, to make you sigh. I am Pam Ray, and with me is Gray Eye Smith. Gray and I are poets on a website called All Poetry with a group of poets called Late Night Poets. Tonight is our sensual poetry night, and if you find that is not your cup of tea, please check out our other shows. We have 1 to 2 shows per night on a variety of styles of topics and poetry, something to suit everybody's taste. Also, make sure when you get a chance to check out the poetry anthologies put out by Late Night Poets, because when you purchase those, you not only get amazing poetry, you help support these radio shows. And hello, Gray. How's it going?
Hi, Pam Ray. It's going well, thank you. How
Oh,
are you?
I am doing great. I am doing great. Looking forward to hanging out with you and other hot poets on a Wednesday night, and getting into some wonderful sensual poetry. We got a nice lineup of poetry for tonight, and I'd say all in all, life is good. Just keeping busy with all kinds of little things here and there. You know how you have those days where you just accomplish little things, but at least it feels good to get something done.
Yeah,
Yep, exactly. And let me
yeah,
check.
exactly. Yeah, I know. I just did the dishes, so
Oh, well, there you go. That's always an accomplishment. That's actually one of the things I accomplished today. No cooking because I had leftovers, and that's good enough for me. Uh, As many days as I can go. I'm checking to see if Weaver wants to
yeah,
join us.
I'm having leftover meatloaf tonight. So
Ooh, yum, yum. Um, did let's see what I was going to say. I like leftover meatloaf. It makes really good sandwiches. I had leftover pork chops and lentil soup. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead
no, that sounds
and
yummy.
yeah, well, to me
So I
soup
think
is
there's a
just
delay.
comfort
I'm
food.
going to unhook my earbuds.
Okay. And Weaver, welcome to the show. Glad you could join us.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. Hi, Gray.
Hi, Weaver. How are
Yeah,
you doing today?
this is
Well, I'm doing okay. Thank you very much. Everything is going nicely. I've got my little socks on and feeling comfy.
in the wee hours of the morning.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
way past the witching hour. I think it's into the vampire hour now.
oh my gosh. And I see Angela and I see Naomi and I see Yumpy. And so hello to all of them. And hello to our YouTube listeners. Not sure, of course, who you are because, well, we can't see that, but we do appreciate you listening in. And as always. And, we appreciate everybody who contributes to our shows in one way or another with time and poetry. And I think I'm going to go ahead and also bring Naomi on. So let's see. If she's ready to join us. All right. There we go.
Hello.
Hello, Naomi. How's it going?
Hello. Happy to be here. What a gang. Hi, Gray. Hi,
I
Hi,
Katie.
Naomi.
know.
Hi,
Nice to see
Naomi.
you.
Lovely to see you.
Oh, nice to hear you clear tonight. Good.
I was getting just a little bit worried there, thinking, "Oh my God, is it going to go wrong?" But we're okay, so that's cool.
Yep. Yeah, everybody, I have to say, so far, fingers crossed, knock on wood, everybody is sounding really good tonight, So, yeah. Now, Gray, I know you're having a little battery problems. So I'm going to go ahead and post links. And that way there will be hopefully with less for you to do with your phone, maybe that will help conserve a little, if that makes
Right.
sense. I don't know if that,
Yeah.
in theory, it makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
all right. So we will go ahead and get the ball rolling. So the first poem I'm putting up is Consumption by Angela Aquino. And Naomi, would you give that a read for us, please? Oh, never mind. All right. I guess Naomi had to leave and will be coming back. So Weaver, you're next in line. Would you give that a read for us, please?
Sorry, just trying to unmute my mic. I do apologize. Yes, I'll be happy to. Just give me a moment to get it. You know what it's like. We're all over the place. I got it. Consumption by Angela. I'll do my best, Angela, not to stumble. I swear. Okay. Consumption. Buttery saltiness moist on the lips, the thickness of imagined, fluffed, airy thoughts. How can I not compare the cravings of your skin with the taste of your sweetness upon my tongue? Liquid vanilla caramel maple drips on my belly, permission to savor a playful, sticky mess. Breakfast is a comforting start to dreams of warm moments over a batter that rises in seconds, like you. Behind me, holding me with such delicate touch, my head tilted, eyes closed, mouth open. My mind is in a magical place of delicacy, wanting, needing, savouring, an appetite that is never appeased. A la carte, the menu is you. End poem.
Wonderful, wonderful read there, Weaver. And what a beautiful sensual write by Angela. And I did actually forget to mention that to tonight's contest, or tonight's show, is contest rights from a contest that I ran called Sensual Cravings. And basically it was all the quotes had to do with had the word cravings or craving in it. And the quote that Angela wrote to was, "Cravings for you are commonplace and never satisfied with just a taste." And Gray, your thoughts?
Well, I just got to say, now I'm hungry. So thanks for that, Angela. My mind is full, but my stomach's empty. So, now I'm craving breakfast. I appreciate that. But no, this was written with such beautiful metaphors and sensuality. Um, I really like behind me, holding me with such delicate touch. My head tilted, eyes closed, mouth open. My mind is a magical place of delicacy, wanting, needing, savoring, an appetite that is never appeased. A la carte, the menu is you. Just a beautiful write, Angela, and a great read, Weaver.
Absolutely. Great comment, Gray. And Naomi, your thoughts.
Oh, absolutely. I'm right there with Gray. I'm so sorry. I'm really hungry now. Oh, right from that first line, buttery saltiness, moist on the lips. I'm craving, a croissant right now with all full of butter on it. But I really liked the craving of your skin with the taste of your sweetness upon my tongue, liquid vanilla, caramel, maple drips on my belly, permission to savor a playful, sticky mess. Mm. Yeah,
Mhm.
wonderful. Right by Angela Aquino here. And yeah, she really, really, went for the sensual craving here through taste and through, yeah, with the eyes closed, the mouth open, also, quite a vision there. So, yeah, well done.
Oh, I have to agree. That was one of my favorite. That was my favorite part too. So excellent comment there, Naomi. And Kate, you did a great read of that. Your thoughts.
Thank you. It was lovely to read. I enjoyed it too. I have put on 3 pounds already, and I'm just listening. So you can imagine, it's that.
Oh, I get
It was
that.
so, yeah, it was just so lovely, wasn't it? Liquid vanilla caramel maple drips. Oh my goodness, that sounds wonderful. I was kind of taken with the batter. I think I would be a lot more interested in the batter. Um, but apart from that, it was just absolutely lovely. There was so much in it that was, as well as being sensual and stimulating, it was very sweet. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Angela.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have to say, the batter part, I did like the wordplay of the line that follows after that. Breakfast is a comforting start to dream of warm moments over a batter that rises in seconds like you. That was like, ooh la la. That was clever and fun and sexy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the part with the liquid vanilla caramel maple drips on my belly. I mean, that is just such a treat for the senses. Wonderful sensual write by Angela Kino and very well done. And up next, we have Strawberry Picking by Bookworm Dave 227. And Gray, go ahead and give that a read for us, please.
Alrighty, sure. I just gotta find it here and refresh my page. Alright, here we go. Strawberry Picking by Bookworm Dave. Abby and I went to the fields of strawberries, baby carriage in tow. Wine? I asked her. Strawberry wine, she told me. Twins were our surprise, boy and girl, naming our son Nathan and our daughter Catherine. No reason in particular, just good historical names. As we walked and picked the fields, offering one to Abby with a kiss, she smiled. I never craved attention until I tasted yours. With a guiled smile, I gently kissed her. Strawberries could wait as I hugged her. This field was all the fruit, but the sweetness was her lips. Never afraid to shower her with affection. We got our basket full of fruit, perhaps jam, preserves, and tonight's dessert. Offering, since we were out, why not a dinner date? As our babies lay quiet in their car seats, we headed to the local inn with a variety of American dishes, reasonably priced too. Let's make this a regular thing, Abby said with that smile, a smile that never changed, but always reminded me of how I love her. End poem.
Great read there, Gray. And your thoughts, Naomi?
Yeah, what a beautiful romantic, story here. You can just see them with the strawberries, in the field. Probably the kids maybe running around, and then putting them in the car seat, heading off to an inn for maybe a little, time, and then yeah, the making it a regular thing, so a lot of couples, they grow apart because they stop taking that time for each other. And I think that's so important, just to get away and to plan those awesome little rendezvous with each other. And yeah, I really liked it. So well done, Bookworm Dave.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great comment, Naomi. And Weaver, your thoughts?
Oh yes, this was just lovely. As Naomi said, it's a nice thing to think about couples staying together, keeping the memories coming, as opposed to we have children, well, let's just sit in the house. No, you really must do things together, because all these memories are the things that build your relationship with each other, and obviously with the babies too. And again, we are with the food. I want strawberries now. Ah, goodness me.
Oh,
Fabulous.
yeah,
Thank you.
especially when you get the fresh picked strawberries, either like you freshly pick them yourself
Yeah.
or you buy them at one of those like fruit stands at the side of the road or something, It's just absolutely the best. And I think there actually is um, going to be quite a bit of rights that have food mentioned, and that makes sense given that the topic is sensual cravings. I mean, it's not like putting food into a right on the topic of cravings is necessary, but it absolutely, to me, 100% makes sense, and the two connect very well, you know. And so, absolutely great comment, Weaver. And Gray, you did a great read of that. Your thoughts? Hmm, I can't hear you, Gray.
On 1 second.
There you go. Oh, okay. Now I can hear you.
Oh,
All
really?
right.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I really enjoyed the write. It was very wholesome. Um, Not overly seductive, but there is a passion in there, a desire for the one that he loves, the mother of his children, sharing this moment in this field, picking strawberries. Um, I just wanted to mention that in British Columbia here, we have wild strawberries, and they're the tastiest little things imaginable. I just want to go get some right now, but it's not their season. So beautiful write and
Right.
a wonderful to read that.
Oh, absolutely. Wonderful comment. Yeah, I'm envious there. I don't see wild strawberries anymore. Where I used to live, the part of Wisconsin I used to live in, we used to have wild strawberries, which are much smaller than the store ones, but they're so very tasty. But we have all kinds of berries, but it's been a long time since I've had the opportunity to go berry picking. But yeah, definitely, like the rest of you, strawberries is something I'm absolutely craving now. I have to say that I agree with you, Gray, in that this has a wholesome feel to it. It's sweet, it's romantic, and like Naomi was saying, also the it's important for couples to take time for each other, you know, even with the busyness of having children. So wonderful write by Bookworm Dave 227, and very well done. All right. And up next, we have Optic Lens The Nerve by Lena61. And Naomi, would you give that a read for us, please?
Of course. Lena 61, optic lens, the nerve. I never knew a craving that hurt until I measured you. A hunger caressing my mind, slicing hesitation in two. But moments are fleeting and blessings are few. This time I won't hide. Chasing attention cost my pride. I'm the lion, but your price is one device. That's worth buying. Because when I saw your eyes from below, I was caught by surprise by a notion I know. I recognize myself inside your iris, suddenly remembering truths like written papyrus. I saw my worth upon your optic lens, drumming beat, entrance in trance, rope me into your romance. Name your price, I'll pay to watch you imbibe my solar plexus, my twinkling illuminated vibe. When ingested, you'll arrive at the highest heights. Magical mode, insight, euphoric. The urge blurs the lines, the edges, entertaining and perfectly adhered to, perfectly aligned. And I remember you. You've been here before. The night we met was not the first time. We go back before our earthly designs, before those bodies were given their names. The moment I smelled your lust, I could see inside your desire. It lit my fire, a devotion, a trust. I couldn't explain, but somehow knew. Something ancient recognized you. Once again, I see your eyes as they dance along my valleys. I see you peak as hands reach around mountains and peaks. Somersaults, summer air, dance with foggy, opaque pearl sea, salty dreams. Scream, grin, and shout, leaps and bounds, spring a spout, serene scene, spring sun sprung a leak, sought a sprout, and growth to share, to seek. A penny for your thoughts? Make a wish. Fountain well, it might sound crazy, but maybe in love's wishing well I fell. I'd pay to be put upon a star under your spell. End poem.
Wonderful read there, Naomi. And Gray, your thoughts?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the write. You did a beautiful read of it. You know, what I like about this is seeing yourself in somebody else's eyes. Um, it's you wonder how much your worth is to them, and how much you'd give to um, have that reflection mean something to that person who's looking at you. Um, but I really enjoyed the title. It threw me off a bit. Optic lens, the nerve. I mean, it's so I don't know. It's scientific, but it's heartfelt at the same time. I don't know. It's very well written and it's sensual. My urge blurs the lines and edges, entertaining and perfectly adhered to, perfectly aligned. Um, I liked it. It was beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. And I think what makes the thing with the title is it works because of the fact that it's such an offset. Because to me, the poem itself is so just deeply sensual that it's like you feel, I don't know, you feel it more. But wonderful comment there, Gray. And Weaver, Your thoughts?
Oh, I agree. Yes, definitely. Very sensual. And I like the idea that, I suppose we've done it. I suppose all of us have done it within our lives. You desperately want someone's attention, that you do anything to get their attention. But then you realize that you're selling a little bit of yourself. You're dumbing yourself down more or less. But it doesn't make any difference. You've gone this far. You can't. I don't think people like to admit that they could be wrong, so they just, I'll keep on going until it gets better, kind of, which it generally doesn't. But I just thought this was very, very clever as well as being romantic, and a bit sad to say the least. But yeah, beautifully done. Thank you for sharing.
Great comment, Weaver. And Naomi, you did a great read of that. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I have to agree with Katie there. It's very clever. Oh my gracious, the way the words are put together. Very sensual. I see you peak as hands reach around mountains and peaks, somersault, summer air, dance with foggy opaque pearl, sea, salty dreams, scream, grin, shout, leaps and bounds. I did. It was just so much fun to read. But you have to not forget that how much work went into this. Very unique and very creative, and so well done.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great comment, Naomi. Yeah, I thought this was a powerful erotic rite that had, these really hard-hitting lines, a wonderful flow, a nice, gentle use of alliteration. I like how it speaks on the idea of the euphoria of surrender to lust and desire. Um, and I thought there were such just amazing lines throughout, but I especially like we go back before our earthly designs, before these bodies were given their names. The moment I smelled your lust, I could see inside your desire. It lit my fire, devotion, a trust. I couldn't explain, but somehow knew something ancient recognized you. I think the idea of the spirits, souls recognizing each other from the ancient times is just adds a real layer of depth to this already powerful rite. So very well done by Lena 61. And I'm going to see what people are chatting about. Um, Oh, I see Robbie. Hello, Robbie. Good to see you. And very cool. Very cool. All right. And up next, we have Lie of the Land by Eric Svensson. And he was nice enough to supply us with a sound cloud. So I'm going to go ahead and go play that. So, do, 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 do.
Lie of the land, untainted topography beckons expiration, verging territory as yet untouched by strong hands, securing their quest to adore, cherish the relish of a fertile valley, quiet conclave, verdant and clay, soft emerald moss Dewdrops glisten, desire be adored, touched, appreciation of wonderment. Passion's proclivity unfolds, unfurls like fern heads to scroll violin heads, held by strong hands, secure in their quest to adore. Relish of you, rare, untainted topography beckons brave heart exploration. Unvanquished virgin territory bides its time, bids a rare explorer to near. With major adoration, succor the crib of his beseeching. Taste bud foray to lay within this land, preserved for delight wonderbird, fertile valley, a clandestine cornucopia. Ripe figs are bursting open, pomegranates shed succulent delight. Crystal water calls, siren sure, soft each breath. A reverent monarch butterfly probishes unfurls, sweet nectar sustenance. Moist field lily stamens propose pollination by strong hands, secure in their quest to adore. Cherish foreplay, forays of finesse. Untainted topography welcomes exploration, senses your presence here in cool, intimate folds. Strip down between silken waterfall sheets, your ache for ardent affection multiply. Savant sentience contain, while unstrained desire ripples radiant refrains. Blue dragonflies reconnoiter, swift change of direction. Flight plan adjusted to alight on your beseeching. Lead you towards deeper exploration. By firm intention around, each tender touch becomes tacit taste. Pearlescent ecstasy enthralls, strong hands secure in their quest to adore. Cherish, share, sanctify mutual terms of endearment. Love, lie of the land, explore, adored, yet still unconquered. Cherished for longevity, passion's proclivity protected, nurtured by strong hands. Siren soft, sure the allure remains. Clandestine valley of fruits, purple artichoke flower flourish bids felicity. Cherish each other's sensual, sacred hearts delights dervish whirl upon ardent tongues. Communion within mythic realms rarely seen. With each sanctioned expiration, wise west wind weeds a fleecy dream catcher high above. Below pearlescent dewdrop effervescence baptizes the lie of land laid bare in ardent adoration.
Wonderful SoundCloud there. A great choice of go with your words. Thank you, Eric. And just to remind everyone, if you're unable to call in, next best thing is to make of your poem, because then we get to hear you.
Whoops, we lost you, Pam.
Oh, I don't know if Pam can hear us. Gray, would you like to carry on and get the comments?
Yeah, I thought it was a beautiful song, and what a poem. I mean, I really enjoyed the right lie of the land.
Looks like Weaver's
It's written to
loading or
affection.
something.
Hello? Hello?
Are you, Weaver, are you there?
Yes,
Hello?
I'm here, Pam. I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, all right. Your thoughts, Weaver.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead and comment, Weaver.
Okay, it's just that you disappeared, Pam, so Gray was just taking the comments. I don't know if you know you disappeared. But anyway, I'll carry on with the comments, of course. Yes, it's unusual. Has he done this before? And put his poetry to music? I don't.
It's something he just started playing with.
Yeah, it's great. Well done. I mean, his poetry is complex, and to be able to put that to music makes it so, it just gives it that extra buzz that, is just wonderful. It gives it an extra dimension. But that was so good. I enjoyed it, Eric. Well done. Very brave to do that kind of thing as far as I'm concerned. But it's great to have the AI there to assist you. I don't know if I
It
trust them
is.
still.
It is. It's fun. It's fun. It's definitely fun to play with. Sometimes you have to watch it because sometimes it's not always great with pronunciation of some words. And so but otherwise it can be absolutely a lot of fun to play with. And yeah. I'm sorry. I think I slightly interrupted your comment there, Weaver. So go ahead and continue. And
No, it's all right, really. I said enough. You know me, I don't have that much to say anyway, so I'm fine. Thank you.
all right. And great comment there. And I'd like to welcome Gray back. Sorry about that, Gray. I could actually hear you, but I didn't realize that there was some issues on my end, like that you were starting to leave comments. So I apologize for that. Um,
No, it's all good. Can you hear
all
me now?
right, but good to have you back. And Naomi, your thoughts?
Yeah, I really like this. You know, the short sentences, the languages he used. My gracious, he covered so much. You know, from nature to even food, like fruit. There, the figs and what else was there? The figs and the pomegranates. Um, and then he went into like the monarch butterfly, the dragonflies, which I just love dragonflies. And yeah, from this poem I got like a kind of quiet, soft strength. That's what I got from it. And very, very sensual all the way through. Eric has a way of doing that so gracefully, my gracious, and so well done, Eric. Great, great write.
Absolutely. Great comment, Naomi. And your thoughts, Gray?
I really enjoyed the write and the song. It was well written and well sang. I liked the way that the song brought it to life. Um, sorry, I'm just trying to get back to it here. One second. All right, here we go. But yeah, I liked it. I liked the title, Lie of the Land," and then his metaphors are rich. Um, his imagery is seductive and engaging throughout. But I really enjoyed "Purple artichoke flower flourish bids felicity, cherish each other's sensual sacred hearts, delights dervish whirl upon ardent tongues, communion with mystic realms rarely seen." Because I believe that two people making love can transverse the universe and time. So I thought it was beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. Great comment, Gray. Yeah, I thought this was just beautiful and captivating. I really appreciate and enjoy the way he uses nature imagery um, to just to as metaphor and allusion to describing the enjoyment of a lover's body. Um, and I thought there was just wonderful lines throughout. It's just a beautiful sensual right on being adored, on being cherished, on just that physical intimacy and exploration where every aspect is explored and great lines throughout. But I did especially like preserved for doe-eyed wonderment, fertile valley, a clandestine cornucopia, ripe figs are bursting open, pomegranates shed succulent delight, crystal water calls, siren sure, soft, each breath a reverent monarch butterfly proboscis unfurls sweet nectar sustenance. Wonderful lines and beautifully written by Eric Svensson. And up next, we have The Side You Hide by Melancholic Wonder. And it goes like this. I don't crave the you the world gets to know. I crave the unguarded one, the one who exhales when no one is watching, who lets the armor fall without wondering who might see it lying there. I want to watch sunlight catch in your golden hair, follow the universe that keeps turning behind your eyes, lose myself there long enough to forget everything beyond you falls out of focus. I want to linger at the moment your smile gives you way, the warmth of your skin, the way your lips shape words I've heard 100 times and still make me wonder what it would feel like to be the thought behind them. I want to know you where silence becomes its own language, where desire arrives before either of us names it, where the smallest movement can awaken an entire conversation. I want to know what makes you tremble, what makes you fierce, what keeps you awake at midnight, what secret desire you've never trusted anyone enough to let them discover. I want to know you until wanting becomes knowing, until your breathing tells me what your lips won't, your eyes, what your voice won't conceive, your eyes, what your voice won't. I'm sorry. I want to know you until wanting becomes knowing, until your breathing tells me what your lips won't, your eyes, what your voice conceals, your body, what neither of us needs to ask. I want the kind of closeness where your mind feels mine across a crowded room, where emotions pass between us without a single touch, where your body doesn't have to ask and mine already understands. And I want you there too, behind every door I've kept closed, where I have hidden the parts of myself I never knew how to offer. Something that begins in the space between us, a heat neither of us summons, yet neither can deny, with its own gravity pulling us closer before either of us decides to move. It doesn't ask permission, it happens, slips beneath reason's locked doors, possesses every thought, and leaves control. The only thing we want to lose. I don't want the side of you everyone else can have. I want the hidden room neither of us knew existed until we found ourselves standing at its door. And if you let me through, I want to know every room. End poem. And Melancholic Wander was inspired by the quote, I crave the side of you that you don't show to anyone else. Anne Gray, your thoughts.
Yeah, I thought it was beautifully written. You know, we are all houses filled with those secret rooms, and to hand that key to those doors, the master key to somebody, is a very vulnerable place to be. So I thought it was vulnerable at the same time as being bold enough to let go of those vulnerabilities, expose them, and trust them in the hands or minds of another. It was beautiful, nicely done. Great read too, Pam.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. And great comment there, Gray. And Naomi, your thoughts.
That was a great comment, Gray. Really great. The room and the master key, that was great. Um, and yeah, and I agree absolutely. Um, the part I really liked this all through, but the part that stood up out for me was that ending that Gray, talked about, but also the stanza, I want the kind of closeness where your mind finds mine across a crowded room, where emotions pass between us without a single touch, where your body doesn't have to ask and mine already understands. It's just, that's what you long for, right? That kind of that soulmate, uh, that knows you're there, that feels you, that you know, that understands you without you having to say anything. Um, it's beautiful, that stanza. So yeah, well done.
Absolutely. Great comment, Naomi. And Weaver, your thoughts.
Oh, yeah, that was very well read, by the way. Yes, that is a very, very interesting piece of poetry. Yes, and you've all said exactly, what I thought myself. You want to be with someone who knows you inside and out, who can end your sentences for you, can think if you're sad, they will help and make you happy, or whatever of any of those things might be. Um, but it's also not that easy to let everybody or anybody in and let everybody learn about parts of you that perhaps you want to keep hidden. I mean, so that's a brave thing as well, to be that close to someone that you would let them see all of you. And I thought that came through beautifully in this as well. And the last two lines, Gray, they're brilliant. I want to know every room. That's just lovely. So thank you for sharing.
Oh, absolutely. I have to agree. Yeah, this is a beautiful write by Melancholic Wanderer, who is still a fairly new poet to me. So I'm glad that she was inspired by the contest and shared this with us. Um, this has to me a really strong emotional impact. It's a great take on the chosen prompt. um, I love the imagery and the way it speaks on being emotionally vulnerable and finding a love, a desire where you can put your trust in somebody. Um, and I thought there were just amazing lines throughout. But I especially I want the kind of closeness where your mind feels mine across a crowded room, where emotions pass between us without a single touch, where your body doesn't have to ask and mine always understands. And I want you there too, behind every door I've kept closed, where I have hidden the parts of myself I never knew how to offer, something that begins in the space between us. Wonderful lines, beautifully written, and very well done. And up next, we have Gone by Weaver of Dreams, and she was nice enough to supply us with a SoundCloud. So here we go.
If I don't open my eyes, I can still be as one with the night. I remember you loving me, hard and quick, then soft, gentle. As you kissed and stroked my body, my skin felt fever hot. Passion soared, I quivered. The craving almost felt like pain. Amidst the stars, a sensual ballet was danced between us. We became lost in the rapture of passionate erotic moves, held tight to the night as we allowed our inhibitions to go, surrendered to the intoxicating perfume our bodies made. We were as one together. We gave and took pleasure equally. Your knowing touch, feather light, igniting shards of desire. My hands and mouth bringing you to the brink, then slowing. All memories now, as I open my eyes and find you are gone.
Weaver, I'm very glad you were inspired. And Gray, your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean your sensuality never fails to stun me. Um, you've got so much eroticism and passion that I can only hope to have at your age. It's so deeply sensual and passionate. But the ending is abrupt. It's all memories now as I open my eyes and find you are gone. It's like a dream lover comes in, steals your dreams, and then is gone when you open your eyes. I thought it was beautiful, beautifully read and powerfully written. Nicely done, Weaver.
Absolutely. Great comment there, Gray. And Naomi, your thoughts.
Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful, Katie. I really liked it all the way through, but I liked the how you opened it up. If I don't open my eyes, I can still be as one with the night. I remember you loving me hard and quick and soft, gentle. As you kiss and stroke my body, my skin felt fever hot. Passion soared. I quivered. The craving almost felt like pain. Yeah, it's so intense there. Such strong and captivating language that you used all the way through. And yeah, and that ending leaves it, wide open to interpretation, which is, kind of engaging and, yeah, makes your mind go further, makes you develop your own kind of ending. So yeah, great job done, Katie. I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Wonderful comment, Naomi. Yeah, I thought this was just a beautiful and passionate write. And I should mention that Kate wrote to the quote, "You never just simply cross my mind. It's more like a constant craving that stirs without end." And that was actually the one quote that I put up in the contest. That was the first. Well, it was the first one I came across, and it came with this absolutely just beautiful, sensual image that just worked so well. So I think you did have wonderful inspiration to from this. I was like, oh, that twist at that end. It's so sad, but it works. It works because it adds that emotional depth. I have to say there's great lines throughout, but I did especially like that second stanza. Amidst the stars, a sensual ballet was danced between us. We became lost in the rapture of passion's erotic moves, held tight to the night as we allowed our inhibitions to go, surrendered to the intoxicating perfume our bodies made. Absolutely just beautiful lines and very well done. And Kate, would you like to say anything about your right?
I'd just like to say thank you very much. There's life in the old girl yet, as the saying goes. I do, but I
Right?
do love. But
Uh,
I do love writing sensual poetry. It's as much as I love writing dark. It's one of my favorites. So thank you, Gray. It's very kind of you, and thank you very much, ladies and gent.
Absolutely. Thank you. And up next, we have The Fire Before the Flame by Vizago and Gray. Would you give that a read for us, please?
Sure, just 1 second, please. Uh, the Fire Before the Flame by Bazago. I'm sitting in the dim lit corner, soft beats finding exactly where they belong. A split between my fingers. Peace. My body speaks of quiet certainty, of control, or maybe surrender. Then you walk in, same spirit, calm, a presence that doesn't need to announce itself. There's innocence in your eyes, not weakness, curiosity. I like that. I meet your gaze just once, long enough. Blue Nordic eyes, touch yours, then move away, not dismissing you, inviting you to wonder. Another slow drag, smoke curls upwards. I don't move, I don't call, I simply exist, letting you feel me before hearing me. You feel it, don't you? Not force, not pressure, just gravity. I don't chase, I let your own body decide. You don't know why you're walking this way, only that you are. I smile, slowly, still, without speaking. My eyes have your attention now, not trapped, held. You could walk away, maybe you should, but you stay. Then it hits you. The pull was there before desire had a name. You lean in, not because I asked, because something inside you answered first. And only then do I think I could light a fire in you that has never known its own heat. End poem.
Wonderful read there, Gray, and what an absolutely beautiful and captivating sensual right by Visago. And Weaver, your thoughts?
Oh yes, that beautifully read, by the way, Gray. But there is so, and it's such a beautiful title. The fire before flame. I mean, really, there was so much passion in this, and tiny little sentences that really, really described exactly what was wanted to be said, and that is an art. Well, let's face it, poetry is an art, but it's great to see it done like this. I really enjoyed it. So many lines that you could go over and over, but just perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Absolutely. Great comment, Weaver. And Naomi, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's like we're watching something, unfold between us, the whole scene. You can see him there sitting in the dim lit corner. And then, her walking in and, just being drawn. And I think, she wrote to, there's you, there's me, and then there's the craving in between. I thought he really was spot on, to that prompt. I don't chase, I let your own body decide. You don't know why you're walking this way, only that you are. So yeah, the attraction that draws her towards him, so yeah, really well done by Vazago, and yeah, really a captivating piece.
Absolutely. Great comment, Naomi. And great. Before we lose you to your battery, your thoughts and wonderful read.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed the write. I really enjoyed the title, "The Fire Before the Flame." I think that's what caught my attention the most was that penultimate stanza. And only then do I think I could light a fire in you that has never known its own heat. There's just something about that that really captures my imagination, um, because you don't know you're on fire, until it's too late and you're all burnt up. So I like that. It was great.
Oh,
Excellent writing,
absolutely.
Doggo.
Absolutely. Great comment, Gray. Yeah, I thought this was an amazing sensual write by Visago. I like the buildup of tension, but it's tension created with a kind of calmness, a gentleness. I like that it's about the fire that's, the spark between two people that's lit even before there's physical touch. I like how there's about eye contact, the idea of using eye contact to spark a sense of awakening curiosity within that person who's standing across the room from you, who's just walked into the door. Into the door, but through the door. Let's hope they haven't walked into a door. I'm not sure how sexy that moment would be. Sorry. But yeah, this is wonderful. And I thought there were so many just powerful lines throughout. But I especially like, I don't chase. I let your own body decide that you don't know why you're walking this way, only that you are. I smile slowly, still without speaking. My eyes have your attention now, not trapped, held. Wonderful lines, beautifully written, and very well done. And let's see here. Sometimes I have to peek in and see what people are saying. And oh yes, and hello to Stanza Hero. It's good to see you peeking in. I'm assuming that it must be lunchtime. I know Stanza Hero, who's down under in Australia, oftentimes likes to peek in at lunchtime. Ah, very cool. Very cool. Nice. And all right. Well, I will go ahead and get the next write up, which is Scion Park by Captain Kerr. And I will also put that in YouTube. And he was nice enough to supply us with a SoundCloud. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a play.
Red roses, they bleed for you. Cold and tight-laced heart, one breath of velvet, another sharp as thorn. Dark piercings line the whiteness of her scorn. Porcelain shoulders light a steel-eyed glance, a sinister shadow ready for the strike. I'm twisted like a serpent in a graveyard trance, knowing how I should be, knowing what I like. Under nightshade I enter her chamber, beneath the glass cathedral of Scion Park, worshiping the beauty of her danger, reciting sacred vows into the dark. Red roses, they bleed for you. Red roses, my need for you. A half dozen reasons to die for you. Crimson petals feed my love. My colors stone beds of silt and ash, depressed to her, trapped in heat. Depressed roses, sharp and sweet. Red roses, they bleed for you. Red roses, my need for you. A half dozen reasons to die for you. Crimson petals feed my love. My colors chain to you. My thirst consumed by you. A half dozen reasons to die for you. Crimson petals feed my I taste the torrid rinds of his breath, the capitulation of his skin. Midnight stalks his pale white lips, stained glass flowers seal him in. Falling blind beneath the dome, on flagstone beds of silt and ash, depressed to him, trapped in heat. Depressed roses, sharp and sweet.
Great choice of music to go with your words, Captain Kerr. Thank you for the SoundCloud. It is very much appreciated. And Naomi, your thoughts.
Ah, my gracious, this is my kind of sensual song. Oh boy, I was really into it. Ah, and the wording, I'm caged by the bodice of her love, imprisoned in a cold and tight-laced heart. One breath of velvet, another sharp as thorn, dark piercings line the whiteness of her scorn. And then it goes on and on. Oh my gracious. And the chorus, red roses, they bleed for you. Red roses, my need for you. You know, the metaphor of the red roses, with the thorns and being so soft but being so deathly with the thorns at the same time is really awesome. Like this is kind of like, it's so sensual. It has a dark, ambiance to it, but yeah, so arousing. Wow, Captain Kerr. Yeah, I really, really was into this all the way through. Great job. Well done.
Absolutely, I have to agree. And he actually wrote to the quote, "My lust for her is constant. It used it used to bother me, this obsessive craving, but now I'm used to it. I've accepted my own madness." And that's by Pepper Winters. And I thought the balance of darkness and sensuality definitely connected really well to that quote. And Weaver, your thoughts.
Oh, I'm having a moment. Oh my goodness, it
A
blew.
moment where you need to catch your breath.
Oh my goodness, yes. Well, who needs a pacemaker? Oh, he just blew my little pink socks off. Wow. It was Naomi, you're right, my darling. It was incredible. Whoa, whoa. I really enjoyed it. It was the depth as well. I don't know how they do it, but the depth of the voice. I mean, the words were absolutely wonderful in the chorus, yes, but the depth that they get into the feeling that they get into that is incredible. Ah, I love it. I'd like to meet the AI that sang that one. Whoa. Well done. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. Great comment there, Kate. And Robbie, welcome to the show.
Hi,
And your
Robbie.
thoughts on
Hello, everyone.
good to have you join us.
Thank you.
Here you go. And how are you doing?
All good. I enjoyed International Photography Day, and we hit our 100,000th packed box at Good Food Box today, volunteering. So that was nice. Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Mhm.
And your thoughts on this poem?
Now, the word that came to my mind was not so much dark as grit. I thought of like a darker speakeasy sort of a place, or like when you or a bar, with some entertainment on the side, and like like not like quite like a really dark bar, like a goth bar, but like a gritty speakeasy sort of a thing. And the music really had that sort of a swagger to it, a lot of verve in that, and I enjoyed that sort of tone. And yeah, it was to me, it had just enough edge, just enough grit to it to where it enhanced it, but it didn't take over or come across with a sensibility that I wouldn't have liked. And yeah, just all the little details remind me of one of those places that you come to that has a lot of that, like I say, grit to it, with a you know edgy, edgy, but still fun and not like, yeah, kind of tasteful entertainment in that. So yeah, I enjoyed that sort of atmosphere.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great comment. Yeah, I found this wonderfully seductive and captivating. Um, it was erotic. I like how it speaks on the idea of worshiping someone, danger found within lust and desire. Um, and such great lines throughout. But I did really like red roses, they bleed for you. Red roses, my need for you. A half dozen reasons to die for you. Crimson petals feed my love. My collar's chained to you. My thirst consumed by you. A half dozen reasons to die for you. Crimson petals feed my love. Um, Very atmospheric and erotic and nicely done by Captain Kerr. All right. And the next poem I'm going to put up is Peach by Naomi Sarah. And Naomi, go ahead and give that a read for us, please.
Okay. After that wonderful poem, this is my humble
Oh, this is by
contribution.
no means humble.
Okay, Peach, you are warm before I even touch you. That heat just under the skin, the kind that makes my palm want to stay there. I press my thumb into you and feel you give, slow, like you've been waiting for exactly this. When I finally bite, it's you I taste first, not sweetness, salt at your collarbone, sugar underneath, sun and skin, and something only you smell like. Sound of your breath catching, sound of my own uneven, caught somewhere between savoring and losing control of the pace. Juice runs down my chin. But it's your name I'm thinking, your pulse I feel jump under my palm when I press deeper. The closer I get to your center, the less firm you are, the more you give, soft and slick and mine, for exactly as long as I choose to take you slow. I find the places you hold tightest, work them loose with my mouth, patient, unhurried, reluctant to let even the last of you go. Taste layers on taste, sweet first and deeper than you, unmistakably you, the flavor I'd know blind. Then it breaks all at once. Gold splits to red, red bleeds to crimson, juice everywhere, hot and sudden, color exploding behind my closed eyes like something struck open by force. Pain and pleasure blur into one sensation, too much and not enough in the same breath. My mouth open around a sound I don't recognize as mine. Sight gone white at the edges, taste flooding past sweet into something raw. Your name torn loose, wrecked, repeated, skin against skin, sticky, burning, undone. I'm past choosing slow now, past choosing anything. Only the color behind my eyes, only the ache that feels like being split open and filled at once. Only you everywhere. I'm still not, never enough. End poem.
Wonderful reading right there, Naomi. I'm glad you were inspired, and I see you were inspired by the quote, cravings for you are commonplace and never satisfied, just a taste. And Robbie, your thoughts.
I was laughing to myself because it was unplanned, but I happened to be eating an orange while Naomi had the sensual poem about a peach. So it made eating the orange a little bit of a different experience. There's something about it's funny how there's particular objects or events that just lend themselves so well to one thing, and I think more than any other fruit, a peach lends itself to sensuality. I think because of the way the skin is, and it's even more juicy than say an orange in that, and so it's perfect to have that as as a sensual object in terms of fruit. And I thought that you did a good job of capturing all the like the little elements that we would think of, like the juices running and and the sensations, the different feelings, and I have to say it. I was laughing to myself too because when you mentioned about it, that how it gets less firm as you get to the center, I thought I thought to myself, usually in the sensual realm, things get more firm as time goes on. So I couldn't help but notice that. So I'm like, oh, Rob, only you would notice that. But hey, that's me, right? That's why I'm here. So. But yeah, you captured everything I think perfectly for all of the central elements that you would think of with a peach, and it was very sensory.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course there's always, what a peach represents that adds to the eroticism of the right. So, great comment there, Robbie. And Weaver, your thoughts.
Oh, Naomi, that was absolutely brilliant, my darling. That was so good. You read it beautifully, um, but it just carried me along. And yeah, let's face it, you're right. I mean, the shape of the peach alone, it's pretty sweet. But the lines were just so. I love your accent anyway, so you could read me the phone book and I'd be quite happy to listen. But this was just skin against skin, sticky, burning, undone. I am past choosing slow now, past choosing anything. Brilliant. Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed it. This just made my evening, so thank you.
Absolutely. Great comment, Weaver. Yeah, I have to agree. Naomi just has the most beautiful reading voice. This was so wonderfully seductive and delicious. I did send this poem to Gray because when he gets his phone battery charged, I'm hoping that he reads it because I know how much he enjoys peaches. So I think he'll enjoy reading this poem. Wonderful, yeah, wonderful imagery and metaphors, captivating lines. I like the way you have your lines staggering. This is so deliciously sensual in the way it uses the image of devouring a peach to create these erotic lines. And I thought there were great lines throughout, but I especially like where it says, gold splits to red, red bleeds to crimson, juice everywhere, hot and sudden, color exploding behind my closed eyes, like something struck open by force. Pain and pleasure blur into one sensation, too much and not enough in the same breath. My mouth opens around a sound I don't recognize as mine. Wonderful lines, beautifully written, and very well done. And Naomi, would you like to say anything about your poem?
Well, I just want to thank everybody for your wonderful comments. You're just so amazing. And yeah, well, I love peaches myself. It's one of my favorite fruits. So when I saw cravings for you, and then the taste. Well, I don't know. I just thought of a peach, and as a metaphor for, of course, making love. And yeah, and just tasting another person. So yeah, I just went with it. So
I
yeah,
like
thank you,
that.
everybody.
I like that. Absolutely. I'm more of a nectarine and plum person myself. I don't like the fuzziness of a peach. But still I get it. I get it. It is a delicious stuff for sure. Um, and up next we have When Time Forgets Us by Merv. And Robbie, go ahead, please, and give that a read for us.
All right. Sorry, I had to get back to the chat here. All right. We come closer, not yet touching, only close enough to feel the warmth between us for that quiet place where wanting begins. Breathe with me. Let the room grow softer. Let the clocks lose their authority. Let every hurried thought fall away like clothing we no longer need. Your eyes hold mine, and neither of us looks away. A hand finds a hand. Fingers stroke, then linger. A breath becomes an answer, and another breath becomes permission. There is no destination tonight, only the slow discovery of what we already knew, that desire can be patient, that tenderness can burn, that silence can speak in a language older than words. We move closer still, then pause, closer again, learning each other, not by talking, but by listening. Your heartbeat beneath my palm becomes the rhythm I follow. Mine answers yours. Outside, the world continues its restless turning. But here, time has forgotten our names. There is only breath, warmth, trust, the delicious ache of anticipation, and two willing hearts choosing moment by moment to remain. No need to hurry. Let the night unfold. Let desire become tenderness, tenderness becomes surrender, and surrender become that rarest kind of intimacy. When two people stop wondering where one ends and the other begins. End poem. Well, I like the author's
Great.
note. When making love becomes an art and not a rush to a final seduction. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, that is a nice author's note. So great read there, Robbie. And Naomi, your thoughts.
Yeah, right from the title, when time forgets us, when you're in each other's company there, and you just want time to stop. When you're with that special person, you just want to be there forever. And yeah, I really like this. Your eyes hold mine, and neither of us looks away. When you don't have to talk, you're just comfortable in each other's presence. A hand finds a hand, fingers stroked and linger. A breath becomes an answer, and another breath becomes permission. There's no destination tonight. And then the slow discovery, so well written. Bravo, Merv, wonderful sensual right.
Oh, absolutely. Great comment, Naomi. And Weaver, your thoughts.
Oh, well, this was really, really so good. And nice to see another fellow Scot. Most Scotsmen are not particularly romantic. I'm not decrying my fellow Scots, but they do tend to be a wee bit dour. And this is just lovely. I really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously the title, as Naomi said, was brilliant, and then from there it was building and building, and you could feel it. You could feel the passion, but you could also feel the love and the need, which I think is not an easy thing to bring across in on a page. And I just thought it was brilliant. Thank you so much, Merv. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have to agree. Wonderful comment there, Weaver. I see he has Scottish heritage and actually lives in Canada, so he can connect with all of you. He's a
Yeah,
Scottish Canadian.
and he still has his
So,
accent. He's been in Canada for eons, and he still has his Scottish accent. It's incredible.
does he? I've
Really,
never
really
heard his
strong.
voice.
Oh, it's really strong. Yeah, yeah. It's amazing.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, he must have just honestly either him or his parents must have came over from Scotland, because if he still has the accent, you know, that would make sense. Huh,
Yeah.
interesting. Well, geez, he's going to have to make recordings for us, you know? If he has that wonderful of an accent, he has to definitely start reading his own poetry. Goodness
I agree.
gracious. Yes, absolutely. And Robbie, you did a great read of that. Your thoughts?
I like the focus on alternate ways of communication that are subtle, and I also like there's a lot of stanzas in here. A lot of times where I felt it could have gone in any one direction, and all of those directions could have worked. So it was a nice feeling to know that whatever direction it went in, it would have made for a pleasant and quality read. And I like how there any of the absences here are absences of potency. Like there's the like kind of like when the silence carries more meaning than when you have words that you're speaking and that sort of thing. I think there's a lot of that in here and the alternate kind of forms of communication. So it made for a kind of poem that said a lot without saying as many, or without without implying as much conversation or as many words.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great comment, Robbie. Yeah, I like how this speaks on tenderness and surrender and the idea of how intimacy builds between two people. I like the idea of two people discovering each other, not just physically, but also emotionally. And I thought there were such wonderful lines throughout, but I especially like, let the room grow softer, let the clocks lose their authority, let every hurried thought fall away like clothing we no longer need. Your eyes hold mine, and neither of us looks away. Wonderful lines, beautifully written and very well done by Merv. And up next, we have two-part harmony by Ben Tyson. And Weaver, go ahead, please, and give that a read for us. Oh, did we lose Weaver? We did. Did she say she had to go, or is she coming back? I don't know, but all right. Let me check here before I assign somebody else to read. Oh, I think I see her pop back in. All right, so I will go ahead and bring her back on. All right, there we go. Welcome back, Weaver.
Thank you. I kind of like disappeared. I think I clicked the wrong damn thing. Story of my life.
Happens to the best of us. And I have put up two-part harmony by Ben Tyson. And would you go ahead and give that a read for us? And Naomi, when Weaver's done reading, would you go into leading the comments, and I'll be back and I'll comment last?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay. No problem. Okay, so this is two-part harmony. Two bodies entwined, a canopy of moonlight and stars, a layer of plush greens, each learning the other, discovering their gifts, their quiet longings, in reciprocating harmony, as dawn gathers at the meadow's edge, stirring the mist into a slow billowing fog. Their eyes hold steady, a bonding gaze, their movements gentle, attentive, anticipating, born of devotion, two bodies melding into the one they've become. He descends, rests briefly at her ear, a silent puff, igniting her senses, then drifts slowly, mixing gentle touches with light kisses, soft as a butterfly's flutter, a language of affection, spoken in the warmth of their shared devotion. End poem.
Beautiful read there, Weaver. Oh my gracious, you have such an amazing voice that suits the this kind of poetry. So sensual. And Robbie, what did you think of Ben Tyson poem?
Well, it had I like the way it merged the idea of like being a musician myself, the idea of a two-part harmony and having that as bodies. I can just it just totally fits into my mindset. I have such an easy time imagining, the elements of an actual two-part harmony, and that being put into a poetic form of two lovers, especially when it says a canopy of moonlight and stars. There's so much meaning in there for me on a personal level, because of what moonlight and stars means to me on a romantic level, and just like astronomically, uh, and then it goes into other things like a layer of plush greens, each learning each other. and they captured that well. The idea of the two-part harmony, how things complement each other and come together. And it's nice when things complement each other where well they use like moonlight and stars, they're separate but they kind of complete each other. And so I think that works very well in this poem.
So well said there, Robbie. Amazing comment. Yeah, I really like this poem. Yeah, from the that first stanza to the end, but I really like the ending. He descends, rests briefly at her ear, silent puff, igniting her senses, then drifts slowly. And then all the rest there, soft as a butterfly's flutter. Just amazing. Intimacy created in this poem. And Weaver, what did you think of the poem?
It was a delight to read. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, a lovely title, obviously. But as you say, the intimacy was there. And that is, I love to see that in poetry. I love to see, it doesn't have to be sexual, sensual, just gives you so much more. It gives you an emotion that two people really care about each other enough to make sure each other enjoys their being together. And I thought this was wonderfully done, just beautifully. The cadence was lovely. So thank you for sharing that.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, there's a softness about this, eh? So
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. And Pam, are you back? Oops.
I am
Okay.
back.
Oh,
Thank you very much, Naomi. Yes. Oh, I thought this was a wonderful story, right? He's just beautiful, thoughtful, and emotive observations on a love shared between two people. I like how it speaks on the idea of this shared devotion to each other. Wonderful lines throughout, but I did especially enjoy the imagery in the first stanza. Beautifully written and very well done by Ben Tyson. All right, and up next we have let me get it actually. Here we have Exposed by Macris, and it goes like this. Keeping the room under a reddish glow, where silver takes the shapes I never show, negative lying naked with its tray, tender prints refusing to feel the day. No fingers touching what is still unseen, darkness working chemistry in between. Your breath lies warm against the waiting glass. I nearly reveal myself as you pass. At first I see the shoulder in the frame, a pale throat taking shape without a name. The hollow where a collarbone descends, curves where skin and shadow almost blend. As you speak of grain, texture, depth, and weight, where light and shadow slowly separate. Your gaze moves slowly lower than before, as something in the image asks for more. Images blooming beneath a ruby light, as soft lips appear slow to kiss the night. Curve of a breast emerges at the edge, a pulse hints caught beneath a silvered ledge. I feel you watching, breath against my ear. The dark room contracts until you disappear. I reach to touch you in the darkened room. Swear I can smell your alluring perfume. But now I see the hand that stained each frame. Its heat a heart developing name. No stranger waited where the red lights burned, an image looked back, flushed beneath its stern and poem. And this is also celebrating National Photography Day in her own way. That is awesome. Um, it was just a really awesome coincidence. And she was inspired by the quote, "I crave the side of you that you don't show to anyone else." And Robbie, this seems right up your alley. Your
No, it
thoughts?
was. It was almost like synesthesia, or it was so sensory. I could just. Sorry, I just jumped right in. But yeah, it's just so. It was just so evocative of imagery, you know, and especially the ruby light and the red light, and I just think of like a dark room in the red light, or like a red light district with its, with its red lights. Obviously this doesn't indicate a red light district, but I kind of think it just made me think of how red light is used in all these different ways, like in sensual ways and in kind of and mysterious too. Red can be very mysterious when it's used as light, and just the idea of developing, and I was talking to somebody about how it's harder it's easier now to get access to film, but it's still hard to develop it. Films come back, but it can still be hard depending where you live to get your film developed. Like myself, where I live, I think I would have to get it sent off to Toronto, and I do have some film to be developed because I have my dad's cameras, his film cameras, as well as his digital, and I have taken film photography. So, um, but it's nice when somebody uses imagery that is so like that's not usually used, and they use it for framing a story, whether it's sensual or otherwise. And I like this story that's told through things like darkness, working chemistry in between, and all those like photographic and elements and such. And like you said, is a nice little coincidence for the photography day. So yeah, I put this in my bookmarks almost right away as you were reading. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I don't know for sure if it was a coincidence. It could be she actually knew it was National Photography
yeah,
Day
so
and thought that was the right direction to go in.
Mhm.
But I did take the red light that's used in a dark room. My grandmother used to do photography, and she used to actually she had one of her bathrooms made into a dark room. So, and I remember that had the red light. So but great comment there. And Weaver, your thoughts?
Well, from the title onwards, we were just taken on a journey, which is just so interesting. Learning as we go, which is always a wonderful thing to happen. Education as well as entertainment cannot be wrong. But I love that first stanza because that took you on the journey to begin with. This is the first step, keeping the room under a reddish glow where silver takes the shapes I never show. Negative, lying naked within its tray, tender prints refusing to feel the day. That was just lovely. And I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed all the touches that took us along that journey as well. So beautifully done. Really, really entertaining. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. Great comment, Weaver. And Naomi, your thoughts?
Oh, I have to say this is so clever, Macris. The from where the unique creativity, whether she knew it was the photography day or not. It's oh my gracious, it's the uniqueness, the creativity of it is just amazing with the parallel of the image emerging as the desire unfolds and grows. Yeah, and the way it's worded and the rhyming, the flow, everything just works so beautifully together. So bravo! I really love this one.
Absolutely, me too. Me too. Wonderful comment there, Naomi. Yeah, this has beautiful rhyme and flow, a wonderful consistency in tone, using different references to developing photography. I like how it speaks on intimacy without touch, and the idea of a love and a desire that's developing between two people. Um, and I thought there was great lines throughout, but I especially like, at first I see the shoulder in the frame, a pale throat taking shape without a name, the hollow where a collarbone descends, curves where skin and shadow almost blend. As you speak of grain, texture, depth, and weight, where light and shadow slowly separate. Your gaze moves slowly lower than before, as something in the image asks for more. Wonderful lines, beautifully written, and very well done by Macris. All right, I am going to put up one last poem for the night, and then we will have a few carryovers. And let me get back to where I need to be. All right. And our last poem for the night is Relentless Whispers by ZZ Tom. And Robbie, go ahead and give that a read for us, please.
That makes me think of George Michael, that title. Aside from the fact of Careless Whisper, it just makes me think of it generally. Okay.
Yes.
So here we go. Relentless Whispers. I want to whisper this whole thing, but I won't. I don't want you to hit me. The whispers I hear in my head at night sound very much like the sound of her voice. But I know that can't possibly be right. If it were, I'd be the first to rejoice. She has been gone a very long time, leaving me in such haste and all alone, saying all the reasons might be sublime, but she insisted being on her own. It means to me that she'll never return. I couldn't provide her what she needed. Deep in my heart is a persistent burn, no matter to her how hard I pleaded. But now those faint whispers bounce with an echo as I search in deep darkness for their source, gaining intention like a bolero. There is no peaceful sleep without recourse. End poem.
Great read there, Robbie. And Naomi, your thoughts.
Yeah, it has a very like a sadness to it. I love the use of bolero there at the end there, gaining intention like a bolero. There is no peaceful sleep without recourse. Um, yeah, a love lost, a person lost, but still present, very, very present in his mind. So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful, heartfelt, right? And bravo, ZZ Tom.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great comment, Naomi. And Weaver, your thoughts.
Ah, that was delightful. My goodness me. I haven't heard any of his work for ages. I just, yes, there was again. It's this. We're getting the gentleness and the love and the caring, which is so essential to sensual poetry. But this, she had gone for a very long time, leaving me in such haste and all alone, saying all the reasons might be sublime, but she insisted being on her own. I mean, that happens in relationships. People, we forget that people change. We know we're born, we live through what we live through, and then it changes us. So what we started off with and the feelings we had when we were 20 and the love that we had when we were can change. can sometimes get even better, but not always. But I thought this was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. Very well done. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great comment. Yeah, this had a strong emotional impact. I guess I didn't realize until I started reading some of the rights that this quote could actually be taken as being sad. But I have to say this is beautiful. It's heartfelt. Um, the rhyme and flow is amazing. I don't get to see ZZ Tom write for my contests often, so I'm very glad that he was inspired. Such an amazing poet. And I think this is something that so many of us can relate to, is that connection we remember having with somebody that was so powerful, and yet over time it fades away. And Robbie, you did a great read of that. Your thoughts?
It it was sad, and I felt some of the sadness came from how it captured kind of that almost like a feeling of slow decline. Like, how with a process, any given process where of change, and whether negative or positive, but I'm thinking more in this case, of course, negative, that it can happen in bits, and because of that, it sneaks up on you, and then one day you look back and you're like, "Oops, holy crap! How did this happen?" And you yeah, you look back and you see all those little steps, and you might realize, well, how come I didn't see that? Like, how come I didn't realize that this step and this step and this step would lead to where I am? And so it felt like that gradual sort of a process.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like you said, gradual process makes sense. I think that happens to many of us. Wonderful show tonight. Like I said, there will be a few carryovers for the next Art of Seduction show that I do. Thank you very much, Gray, Weaver, Naomi, and Robbie for calling in. Thank you to Angela, Yumpy, Macris, and Stanza Hero for hanging out on the board. Thank you to everyone who is listening now or will be listening later. We truly appreciate you all. Make sure to keep an eye out on the contests and topic boards put up by Late Night Poets, hosts and hostesses, because you're sure to find something to inspire. And have a wonderful night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.